Hi guys, how are you doing? Zahra Musa here again. Well, it's actually Zahra Sainvala now since I think the last time that we spoke. It's been a very, very long time since we've chatted last. And for me, the reason for this chat is I was scrolling through Instagram the other day and I had seen that Romeo had converted to Islam. So, welcome to Islam and thank you for letting me know beforehand that you were converting so I could be there for some emotional support, but maybe I'm just not that lucky anymore.
Zara, well, thank you for having me. It's Hamza now.
Okay,
it's
I like that. That's the first time he's told me that.
It's Hamza
Yeah.
now. I actually wanted to go with Habibi, but a lot of the ladies at the gym told me their husbands will get upset if they have to call me Habibi. so I decided to
Yeah.
just go with Hamza for now.
I quite like Hamza. Yeah.
Hamza, yeah?
I think that
You
I think
think
it
so?
suits you as well.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what it means?
No. But I like the name. I don't know what it means, but I do like the
Well,
name.
apparently it means lion. That's what it means.
Lion.
Lion.
Oh, lion.
You know what? I need to teach you. I gotta teach you.
Like I said, I did Arabic for what was it? 12 years of my life. Until today I know 3 sentences.
No,
so you know what? I'm not one to judge, and
Right.
it is what it is. So I obviously wanted to ask because I myself had so many questions, and I'm sure a lot of people have a lot of questions as well. So just to give a little bit of a brief background, Romeo and I have been friends for years and years and years, and he's always been somebody from, how can I say, he's always been an outsider who's become very close to the community and close to so many of us. And I think that's why I wanted to do this interview, just to try and understand a little bit more about what it is and where he comes from and why it is that way. So if you could maybe just explain to me a little bit what introduced you to Islam, or what kind of caught your eye about it. Like, what was it?
Man, where do I start? Goes way back. So, I've been a personal trainer for years. So, about 6 years. I feel old now. And as you do personal training, you meet a lot of different people, different backgrounds, different personalities, and I just gravitated towards the Muslim crowd, and what I just loved about it was just the how seriously they took their religion. That's the thing that captured my attention. How seriously you guys take your religion, as far as the prayers 5 times a day. Everything is centered around your religion. The prayer months, when you go to pray, certain things you can do, certain things you can't do. Everything is just, there's so much discipline towards it, and that's the thing that really captured my attention. I just personally felt, if you can be so disciplined the way you guys are, and not everyone's perfect, but if you can follow it to the T, I just feel like you would just be unstoppable with everything in your life, spiritually, mentally, just everything in your life. If you can just try your best to stick to that discipline, consistency, and just the belief in your religion.
No, definitely. But I think what I'm trying to get out of it is it's obviously something that you've thought about for quite a long time.
Right.
And with thinking about it, there must have been a moment, a moment where you said to yourself, you know what, this is it. And this is what I want to do. Do you remember that moment, or was it just a lot more thought and planned out, as opposed to saying, waking up one morning and something happens and saying, you know what, today is the day?
If I'm being 100% honest with you, there was never really a moment. It's been like a slow progression. There was never a time when I was like, oh my gosh. It's just been a slow progression, little by little, getting convinced every single day, every little action.
So people would now approach you and be like, Romeo, when are you gonna convert? Is that how it was?
To be honest with you, I I don't wanna you know brag or anything, but I for the most part don't do anything too hectic. I stay on track. I like to think I'm a good boy, so a lot of people would just say things like, I wouldn't say they were convincing me, but it was more like, Romeo, you don't drink, you don't smoke, you might as well just become Muslim. You basically,
yeah, there's not a lot that you technically have to give up.
There's not a
or
lot
like
that
change about yourself.
or change about myself. You wake up early, you up at 4 every single day. So they've just been like, you might as well. It's not really like you'll be changing that much, no one really convincing me per se. Just more in a joking kind of way.
And one question, I think any revert gets asked this question, so just bear with me.
Yeah.
How did your parents and your closest friends, basically closest friends and family, how did they react towards this? And what is their view, if you don't mind speaking about it?
Right. To be honest with you, they were not really surprised,
Okay.
I didn't really like announce it to anyone. I just made a post and then it just went crazy viral.
Okay.
I just put it, and hence we here.
Okay.
Hence we here. It's
wild.
Like, right? And then my mom the one day, she actually, what she was asking me is, she's like, because she saw me in the kurta and all that. I was going to mosque, and then she's like, she let me go, right? And then when I came back, she was like, yeah, just sit down, have a talk. I just want to speak to you about something. I'm like, what did I do now? And then she's like, look, Romeo, I just want you to be open with me. Do you have an Indian girlfriend? If you have an Indian girlfriend, it's okay.
I
like
understand.
I understand.
Give me something.
I understand.
Give me a reason.
I understand.
Yeah.
Like, look, there's nothing wrong with it. We cool with it. If that's your thing, we see all the food that you bring home and stuff. We get it. I'm like,
she's probably more excited about the food.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't play her. No.
Right? So
Indian food.
That's what she said. So I'm like, I was like, nah. No, there's no girl, unfortunately. I just went to mosque. I'm Muslim now. It's the direction I want to go. And she's like, okay. She didn't really make a big deal out of it. Honestly, her thing was more about me bringing the girl home and let's meet her, because she thought that's what my intention was. She, to be honest with you, I don't even think she believes I converted. I think maybe she thought I was just trying to cover up the fact that I have a girlfriend, because I've never brought anyone home. So that's what happened with her. As far as my friends, they were not really surprised. They were like, for the most part, it was a positive.
Yeah.
It was a positive experience. So I guess I'm lucky. I don't know how other people. I know some people might get some backlash, but on my end, I'm basically within the music Muslim community every single day. All my friends, at this point, Muslim.
I would say.
Yeah. So I just feel my whole life, I felt like I've always had to try and like change myself and fit in. For example, I don't drink or smoke, and I never have. So I've always felt, maybe the environments I've been in, I've always felt like almost ashamed because I don't drink or smoke, or I'm not interested in that kind of thing, and I still have to find a way to still act tough and look cool, so I just felt like with the people I've been around, with the religion, I just felt like I belong, because I don't have to fit in. I don't have to try and change myself. It's just who I am, and I feel like it almost demands me to be myself, and that's one of the things that really got to me.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's actually one of the main things that convinced me to just make this decision.
All the best in the world, and like I said, if there's anything that you need, I promise I'll try and answer my phone as much as possible. But if I don't, you've got an entire community out there, and I'm passing him on to you guys now.
Right.
Yeah, and good luck with everything, and I hope that we can chat again, in the near future and see how things are going for you.
Oh, Zara, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me on your show. It was great. It was fun. I'm so happy that I could finally get this out. So thank you so much for doing this. I know you're busy, so I really appreciate you doing this.
Only a pleasure. Thank you guys all so much for joining in. And this is Romeo, now known as Hamza, and this is his story about converting to Islam. Thank you guys so much again for listening in. Bye bye.